They won't find me out here.
Sanchez,
Yes, madame.
don't forget to give her the sodium thiopental injection.
Yes.
I once spent some time stuffed in a locker. This may surprise you, but I wasn't very popular in high school.
Madame.
Let's go for the steal. Nice.
Looks like one of my colleagues has left a pin code sitting out for everyone to see. I long for the days when basic common sense was a prerequisite for gainful employment. This is P0.
I found some pepper spray. Pepper spray here. Let's see what he's got on him. Got it.
Got him. Zager killed in firefight with Prizrak. The depravity of this man was boundless. Best to remove the comments section for the online edition and change "shot dead by Prizrak" to "killed in firefight by Prizrak." This way it suggests he was given a sporting chance. When the surveillance video of this day surfaces, and it will, it's going to require major surgery if they want it to look like justice.
Recently, the children in Metamorphosis have become more brazen in their attempts to take things from the Prizrak. Surely, this was Zager's influence. Last month, a precal got their hands on a canister of pepper spray. They blinded a loyalist Prizrak during routine inspection.
Can you open this box?
The paranoia is warranted in this case. A precal once found the key to the armory and stole a dozen tasers. It took 7 Prizrak to finally bring him down. Despite being obnoxious, this poster makes a valid point. The girl is less likely to attract attention if she walks softly. This is a battery charging station. Certain Omni abilities will drain the battery on the girl's phone. You'll see her battery life displayed in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Direct the girl to any recharging station to juice up.
Good idea. My battery was getting low.
Welcome to my domain.
These are located throughout the facility. Any data can be traded to the data Omni ability and assuming control.
What are you buying? Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Listen in on voicemail messages. Read email exchanges. Listen in on voicemail messages. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Leaving so soon.
Gentlemen, I am not going to explain this to you again. Mireille Prideaux can hem and haw all she wants, but that is not in charge of security. I am. You transfer copies of the children's fingerprints to my secure server, or you can consider yourself reassigned to the graveyard shift.
The Prizrak waged their campaign against Zager from this very room. The following conversation was recorded 2 months ago.
Listen, Prizrak, calling the man a menace doesn't give him the credit he deserves. Put another team on scrubbing through the footage.
I will, sir. Though so far the camera network hasn't been terribly effective.
Zager's a human being, not some phantom. He casts a shadow like the rest of us. And I'm giving you more than you should need to find him. Now, should that prove too difficult for you?
No, sir. I understand. Watch your step.
Help! My eyes had enough. Let's go for this deal. I got something. Do you see the door there? That's where I have to go. If I can get to the library, I can find the librarian. He can protect me.
Hey, Clark, you can sleep when you're dead. Come on. Derringer wants us to lock up the atrium.
I had a dream I won the lottery.
Yeah? What was the jackpot?
10,000.
You gotta dream bigger than that if you want to buy your way out of here.
Now's our chance. Let's go through this door. Can you hack the door? It didn't work.
Hello. It is Cooper again. You cannot open that door with your current. You will need to update your software. Upgrade to version. Then, the nearest demon is in the I will add this way. Proceed with.
Seems like you have a plan. What do we need to do?
Settle down, children, settle down. I am as anxious as you are to acquaint myself with Miss Prideaux. She is a most welcome addition to our Republique. And to that end, I would like to present her and all of you with this small gift, a symbol of longevity and the relationships we look forward to watching take root.
Thank you so much, Headmaster. As one who will be so singularly focused on the well-being of these young, bright minds, I am truly humbled. I cannot express how sincerely I am looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you.
Heading our way now. Bring up the threat level.
He's got me.
Zega's secret compound discovered. Inside the rat hole, sources say pornography, drugs everywhere. Zega almost certainly had other hiding spots. Even Derringer suggested as much to me the other night in a, interview. I'm not printing this, of course. Makes him look bad. Makes them all look bad. You can't be perceived as having cracked security when a crackpot is living in your walls rent-free.
Prizrak, I just received an alarming message that 933W was seen leaving the library wearing one of our uniforms. He may be heading back your way to find that girl he's been crushing on. Notify me immediately if the actions of any of our agents seem in the least bit suspicious to you.
Look, pepper spray. I'll hold on to this. Going in for the steal. Unhand me!
I can't see!
Let's go for the steal. Got it. Going in for the steal. Got it.
Threat level normalizing.
Look what your arrogance has wrought. You are destroying the things that make your life meaningful. You are doing this to yourself. And unless you tell me where you have hidden that manifesto, I will accelerate that which you have already chosen to inflict upon yourself. Prizrak, take this precal to confinement.
This is quiet.
I'm arranging one of the tech crews to run a full diagnostic of the metal detectors in the facility. But I want you to oversee the work on your station personally. There are too many potential hiccups that could be had in the commissary. And with the arrival approaching so quickly, I'm looking to you to shore up the weakest link. If you need any additional resources, you let me know.
Going in to pick his pockets. Got it.
What the?
Prizrak, he spotted me. Help! Let go!
I've apprehended the subject.
Looks like the Prizrak no call. If you'll need to have the girl pickpocket once she's out of the cell. collected contraband is up by 47% in recent months. For a secure location, you would be surprised by what we find in their pockets.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Read email exchanges. Come back anytime.
Good idea. My battery is getting low.
You have just found.
I'll be taking this. Good idea. We can reach charge here.
I would add stolen cell phones to that list.
No sign of the girl. Everything looks good.
See what he's carrying.
All's quiet here.
This may come in handy.
Situation is clear. No sign of the pre-cal.
If the girl needs to circumvent a room full of Prizrak, the vents are a good way to travel.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Sorry to see you go.
Clear. Sounds good.
For the steel. Nice.
Check in.
See what he's got on him. Got it.
Over there.
Get your hands off me.
I've captured the girl.
Clear.
Prisrack. They see. Help!
I've apprehended the girl.
Nothing to report.
Check his pockets.
No sign of the pre-cal.
Prisrack. I think he's... Get your hands off me.
I've apprehended the subject. Captive is in confinement.
Over there. I'm pursuing the subject. I've apprehended the girl. Nothing. Quiet tonight.
I'll check his pockets. Going into
Another
Nick's
quiet
pockets.
night.
Let's go for the steal.
Few games make us think as a modern they call Destiny was my favorite jam of 2014. I just want to live in a tight fantasy sci-fi world, blasting away at enemies, dancing in the tower, and taking a breather while in the majestic aurora of orbit. Destiny is the rock and roll of games today. Even its stiff-necked detractors are quietly tapping their toe to its infectious beat. Don't let creator Benjamin Rivers serenade you with lies about how this game is just a sci-fi romantic adventure. I know what Alone with You is let them eat cake as a sort of few game. Gravity Rush.
Prizrak, checking in.
Let's see what he's got on
it. Can you believe that Japan had the sense to try and then find a translator for dragging this garbage into Japanese? Out there beyond our walls, Lady Chatterley's lover has a reputation. The body is strange, librarian. Oxytocin.
The door won't open. The door's locked. I need an override. Damn door's stuck. NTR.
I'll check his pockets. Not going in to pick his pockets. He's empty. I need a screwdriver to open this vent.
Situation is clear. Reporting.
Good idea. My battery was running. Low.
Welcome to my domain. Come back anytime.
The door.
How are you out of your cage?
Murray.
I gave you a stay of execution, and this is how you repay me.
Murray is coming.
Before we can look to the future, we must look to the one who will lead us there.
Well, those flickering embers of clemency have gone cold.
There must be another way out of here.
That file is dead, and so help me, so are you. When I get down there.
There must be something you can do.
The monopolist unifies different industries under the banner of righteous service to promote the common good. The neighborly policeman gives the children time to settle down, maintaining law and order with rare discipline. Wisely, the politician shows that serving the people is the path to sane obedience. The slothful union man spends more time relaxing beneath the shade tree than sweating atop the scaffold. The greedy industrialist owns and owns and owns. She stifles the research that would threaten her financial... The civil engineer takes what is true, regardless of source, and puts it to use for safety and... The lustful poet's vulgar winds blow down the walls of our house, exploding beauty into decadence. The gluttonous baby kisser stuffs herself with ballots until she is purged from office and once more desperate to please. The wrathful soldier's boots clamp across the street. Blood dries on his baton and soles. The neighborly policeman gives the children time. The working-class heroes keep their heads down and their minds on the tasks that edify and advance the human race. Wisely, the politician shows that serving the people is the path to sane obedience. The gluttonous baby kisser stuffs herself with ballots until she is purged from office. Wisely, the politician... The monopolist unifies different industries under the banner of righteous service to promote the common good. The state artist seeks only to educate her neighbors against the ordinary, exposing the beauty in truth. The overseer secures the bonds between us all. Only
Okay,
let him serve.
let's get out of here before she shows up.
And you will be served in return.
You can open this, can't you? What's yours is mine.
The girl has found one of the banned books. The Overseer has banned many books inside of Metamorphosis. As the poor librarian upstairs once said, it is better to ban a book than to burn it. Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. I wonder if there are more books like this one lying around.
Come out, child. Easy on yourself.
Nicely done. You are one cool customer. Now you have the Omni software update needed to access the library door. I have set a new waypoint to lead. Before going back to, I recommend...
Welcome to my domain. Radio Prizrak locations on the map. Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Leaving so soon.
Fake passports and foreign currency. The Overseer has an escape plan, even if the rest of us do not.
Mr. Treglazov, Vice Admiral Matthews of the Pacific Fleet.
Pacific? You're a long way from home, Admiral.
So are you, if I'm to believe the rumors. First time in Washington, sir?
Hardly. I was told General Karnofsky was heading up this project.
The general retired over the holidays. I'm overseeing now, from a military standpoint at least.
I see.
Apologies if I seem hurried. I have a meeting with the new superintendent of the Naval Academy at 1.
That's in 5 minutes.
Like I said.
Well, it's hardly enough time to pitch my vision.
So I've read over your evaluative study, and we've taken your recommendations into account.
Is this a joke to you?
Excuse me?
Your security, the security of your country, is at stake.
Now you listen here. I dedicate my life to the protection and security of the United States. If you think you have a better approach, we'll entertain it. But do not come in here and make threats.
I made no such...
And try to muscle some wildly expensive cryptographic software through the door.
You can pay today to prevent a catastrophe. Or you'll pay tomorrow to clean it up.
Okay, that's a threat. Right there. You get out of my office. Now. Hey, Dolores? Yes, lock the door behind him. I don't want to see Mr. Treglazov anywhere near this building again. You understand? What the hell? No, I'm here. No, he left something on my desk. No, I don't think we need the bomb squad. It's a pin. It's just like a lapel pin.
censorship AI to be updated, expanded. Profanity. An assault on young and old alike. Now that has gone too far. You can have my right to privacy. You can have my booze and caffeine and chocolate. But when you take away my right to curse a blue streak, you leave me with nothing to say. For once, in my job, I am absolutely speechless.
You know what you want. We need to find a screwdriver.
A screwdriver. These are great for opening.
Screwdriver. There goes the screwdriver.
What's in the cage?
Let me go!
I've apprehended the subject.
This is a battery charging.
Checking the report.
Let's see what he's carrying. Going in to pick his pockets. He's not carrying anything.
All quiet here.
right, checking in.
Consumers don't know what they want, or at least that's what a bunch of corporate executives tell themselves every day. In the case of 2D Metroidvania games, most publishers stop funding these so they can focus on crappy mobile games for babies. Thanks to bold indie developers like Tom Happ and Axiom Verge, we don't need no stinking corporation to make the games we want. When I play Kentucky Route Zero,
Side of the commissary. This is where wheat beats. Spying.
Though this email doesn't mention it, we all know it was the librarian that slipped those poisoned manifestos to the kids.
This is Central. Derringer's folks distributed the new allotment of tasers last night. With all the added precautions because of the arrival, he insisted they be stowed in the lockbox for safekeeping. Passcode is 4118. And watch your step. If you thought the old ones had a kick, you really don't want to be on the business end of one of these new models.
I'll hold on to this.
This is a taser model C2CEW. It really packs a punch, and will render its targets incapacitated for the night. Equip the taser as you would any item in the girl's inventory.
Taser. I've never been over here before. We're not allowed. The headmaster calls it separate spheres.
Such a display of finality is premature, don't you think?
Derringer doesn't think so.
Either that kid's long gone or he's a skeleton in a wall somewhere. Either way, leaving his stuff laying around will only be a distraction.
And this is not. You want our wards to focus on the arrival, and not the poison in those manifestos, correct? Then perhaps such a public celebration of the boy's ability to elude us is counterproductive, no?
Place is quiet.
I'll check his pockets. I got something. I'll be taking this.
Nothing.
The screwdriver broke.
Zager here. Zager here. I want to apologize for the recent radio silence, but lately there's been a special project occupying my time. See, I'm taking the old man's manifesto and I'm making a few changes. Treglazov may think his words are gospel, but I think he could use an editor. So I'm touching up those beautiful lies with a little ugly truth. All you gotta do is read between the lines. I gotta say, it's actually been easier than you might think. You can't swing a dead Prizrak without hitting a stack of manifestos in this place, so no shortage of raw materials. Oh, and if you're wondering about distribution, well, all I can say is there's a few sympathetic parties down here willing to scatter these new and improved copies around, like drugs on a schoolyard. Good luck rounding them all up, Derringer. Oh, and Treglazov, if you're listening, and let's be honest, you probably are, then know this. The damage is done. My marked up manifestos will soon go into circulation. They will be read. They'll be passed around. Eyes will be opened. Minds will be blown. And there will be no going back. You can't stuff the back in this Trojan horse. So happy reading. This is Zager saying to you, don't trust anybody. Not even me. Oh, but read my book.
This old school boombox is ideal for playing back any audio cassettes the girl finds. Zager called this photo the perfect metaphor for our times. Zager was always inspired by uprisings. He hoped to inspire those inside Metamorphosis to rise up in similar fashion. The first photograph Zager ever took. There's an interesting story behind it. He told of it in his version of the manifesto. Zager's altered manifesto was still a work in progress at the time of his death.
Everything looks good. Check in.
I wonder what this mystery room with no camera feed could be. A Zager safe room, perhaps?
Sounds good.
Zager's poisoned manifestos. More fuel for the fire.
What? What is this? Mon Dieu. Banning the children's access to such fundamental literature was not enough. Now he believes these books have been smuggled into the domes. Please let the headmaster know that I shall investigate this, despite his suspicions being not only unwarranted, but mildly insulting.
Madame, do you really want me to tell him that?
All but the last part.
The girl should be extra careful going forward. Looks like Mireille knows she has escaped from the brig. Mireille's liberal arts education is of little benefit in this crushing environment. I wonder if she would even recognize her former, idealistic self. Pages from the mini manifesto. Looks like they've been ripped out. Mireille would be wise to dispose of these more discreetly. Something in those pages has Mireille quite upset. Zager's words sting like tear gas in the eyes of the establishment. A cell phone charger, worthless without the phone, but no less dangerous as contraband.
Oh no. And we're so close. There's too many of them.
Howdy Park. It is. I'm feeling pretty confident since I have a plan to. But first, I will explain that. Look for the power station waypoint in OmniView.
That's strange.
Taser.
Wanted. Well, Derringer and the Overseer got what they wanted. A trophy kill. I'm surprised they didn't drag Zager's body through the facility as a warning to all of the would-be revolutionaries.
Let's see what he's carrying. Got it.
This is an early prototype for a weapon Derringer insisted we need in Metamorphosis. With Zager dead, I'm not sure who Derringer thinks we're at war with, but he bought 5,000 of these things with money from our annual food budget. Hopefully, they are edible landmines.
I'll hold on to this.
Pasternak, in the Soviet Union, wrote a book critical of the October Revolution. Can you think of anything more stupid? Beyond that, Zhivago and Laura cuckold a servant of the state, and Pasternak has the gall to ennoble their sin as a mystic union. The worst form of physical love, betrayal, is favored over the physical sacrifice of a soldier for his country. I despise freewheeling artists, librarian. If ever there was a flawed prophet, it was Huxley. His world state gave its citizens freedom to cavort in pleasure as a distraction from political activity. But look at the 20th century's sexual revolution. Sexual curiosity leads to self-ownership, which invariably results in dissent. Parents of the Midwestern United States are right to force this from high schools. Even if the wings of a bird are faulty, their trajectory may still be true.
Half turn-based RPG, half Viking soap opera, the Banner Saga really has no business existing, which is why it warms my cold gamer heart that my fellow gamers kickstarted this game into existence. The team at Stoic delivered on their ambitious promises, and helped prove that us gamers can spot a hot new IP even when big publishers cannot. The fall is so immersive, I find myself thinking like the protagonist while I play. Let's say I was a sentient Asimov AI, embedded in the suit of a space pilot critically injured in a crash landing. Would I reject my directives and fight for my life? Frankly, it's a dilemma best explored within the confines of the game. The eerie parallels to our current predicament are not lost on me. Uh-oh. It seems you do not. I remember seeing a room with a lot of fingerprints on the wall. Perhaps we can...
Cassette.
We have observed you spending a great deal of time in the library recently. Perhaps I should ask the librarian about these indiscretions. Did he give you the poisoned manifesto? If not him, child, then who? Speak! I have been put here to shepherd you. But you must accept that help, or we will both face the consequences.
It seems the librarian has been flagged for suspicion of distributing the poisoned manifestos. I hope the girl finds him before Derringer does. This email was sent more than a month ago. The precal in question, 933W, is still at large. A fingerprint scan. It would be terrible if this got into the wrong hands. They would have a lot of power at their fingertips. Hint, hint.
I'll check his pockets. I got something. Help! What's yours is mine. Good idea. We can recharge here. P0.
Welcome to my domain. Lure Pritzrak away from the trolls. Monitor Pritzrak patrol routes. Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Monitor Prizrak patrol routes. Leaving so soon.
Okay, how does it sound? Dear Mr. Derringer, after mentioning this to you in passing, I wanted to send you this letter reminding you of my sincere desire for advancement. I believe I have a lot to offer, and in my current position, I will not be able to demonstrate my true potential. Plus, it's boring. Whenever you have time, I would love the opportunity to discuss my moving to the day shift at greater length. Sincerely, yada yada yada. How's that?
Howdy. I'm feeling pretty. I will.
P0 here.
Welcome to my domain. What are you buying? Come back anytime.
I found some pepper spray.
Over there. You've been busy. Captive is in. Confinement. The damn door is stuck. I'm locked out. Need some help here. I can't get this open.
Good idea. We can recharge here. A Zager cassette. Going in for the steel. Got it.
Cooper, now. Derringer just entered the let's see.
Yes, sir.
Body scanners do not cause cancer. Metamorphosis doctors say fears unfounded. That's a good strong headline. Go print it before we're told otherwise. Say, which do you think would rile the citizens more? The fact that these machines do indeed cause cancer, or the fact that the naked images they capture are being turned into playing cards for the perverse amusement of the Prizrak?
The Overseer seeks to erase nudity from art, even as his body scanners create these vulgar portraits. They don't save the images. LOL.
Yes, sir, I'm heading to you now.
Good evening, sir. Watch your step. You may enter the machine at any time.
Are you always an idiot, or just when I'm around?
Sir,
What's your number, you stammering waste of space?
Sir,
I'm not going into that thing. Now, we've been over this before. Turn it off.
But, sir...
Turn it off, or you'll wake up a month from now in the infirmary.
We have to get Derringer, and I suggest we tell the girl. Then, they'll leave the Then you can send the power down.
Shut down half of their offices.
Sir, it wasn't me, sir. It was remotely deactivated in the power station.
What? Someone's tampering with the generator again? I smell a rat. Well, don't just stand there. Alert all Prizrak in the area. Get them to the power station. That means you two done.
But, sir, who's gonna man my post?
Damn it, stop asking questions and go.
Was this your plan?
Oops, okay, it appears. Now, sorry, but, it is. Well, that was, I guess, but it seems if you succeed, make sure she best of. Well, that would, I bet.
I owe you my life. What little of it is mine. Now let's get to the librarian. He'll help us. Please, stay with me.
Who is this?
If you're going to kill me, just get it over with.
Shut up! If I actually wanted you dead, I would have given you to Dellinger earlier. Now walk slowly forward, ahead of me, and do not turn around. You are part of something that you cannot understand. There is more going on tonight than these cameras can capture. You took something that belongs to me. You called this interloper and brought them into our republic. And I will find out why.
Derringer has a server with the nude images of every poor soul who stepped inside that body scanner. Except for Derringer himself, of course. A broken collar. The precal who wore it was also broken by Mireille, and that was before the Prizrak got their claws into him.
Look at me. Honest eyes do not hide. Mireille Azali Prideaux, July 14th at 0158. Dissection of a precal. Okay. State your name.
Hope.
State your name.
390H.
Very good. Quit shaking. I'm going to ask you some questions in French. I find your English to be too clever. Des mots habiles peuvent camoufler la vérité. Tu sais ce qui arrive quand on ne dit pas la vérité. Qui t'a donné le journal de Zaguerre?
Je ne peux pas vous le dire, madame.
Menteuse! Qui t'a appris cette arrogance? Est-ce que ce traître a un nom? Comment est-ce qu'il t'aide? Qui a piraté notre système? Qui a attaqué nos Prizrak? Qui t'a donné l'ordre d'attaquer nos Prizrak?
Je ne peux pas vous le dire, madame.
Après tout ce que nous avons fait pour toi,
You watch me.
we look out for you.
You lock me up.
We protect you.
From what?
Yourself. The world beyond those walls is dead. And the ones who killed it would not hesitate to do the same to us. We survive only because they do not know we exist. I pray you have not doomed us all, child. What do they know? What do they know about our republic? Que savent-ils sur notre république?
Everything. Whatever you do to me, they'll be watching.
You are late. I found a precal here. Mireille Azali Prideaux. Dissection of a precal.
Some doors in Metamorphosis require voice recognition data to open.
Here has lost her way. There was no need for that. This one, I believe, will go quietly.
Am I happy to see you? I'm in a bit of a situation here. Locked in. And I'm not alone. What should we do? How do we get out of this room?
I'm back. Don't move. Look, you have to go. This goes way beyond you.
Reception 93, color malfunction shows Marais Prudhomme.
Stay here. I'm coming back for you.
I'll hold on to this.
The team at Supergiant quit their cushy corporate jobs, moved in together, and cranked out this seminal indie action game, Bastion. This was the best game I played in 2012, but I didn't stop playing it then. I find myself going back to Journey whenever I need a pick-me-up, a reminder that life is a journey, that this world is beautiful, that humanity is good, if given the proper rules to live by. If you find a Hello. Good job. Used with the arrival of. However, select good luck tonight.
Y390H. I see you're admiring our latest installation.
Why do you keep these books away from us? I can handle them.
Maybe you're right. However, there are others in your class who are not as strong as you. And books like those can make them sick. Would it be fair to let you read them, but keep them from your friends?
That doesn't sound fair.
Well then, so are you saying you would prefer that they read them too? Will you have their illness on your conscience?
I don't want that either.
Of course not. I am not a filter for your ideas, child. I am your shield. There is so much ugliness in this world. Let me stand in the way of it. Let me stare it down. Your eyes are too pretty to witness such things.
I appreciate the compliment, Headmaster.
Signor Octavo joins Metamorphosis. Librarian is now preeminent manifesto scholar. I met the librarian this morning. He's a sweet man, with his heart sewn directly onto his adorable little lapel. And I do so admire his passion for literature. In a former life, I would swoon over a well-read man. But I hope for his sake, he learns to bury that part of himself. In here, following your passion is the shortest road to recalibration.
.390H. You must hurry along now. The rest of your class is already inside.
Why does he hold those books away from us, Senor Octavo?
It is the headmaster's belief that those books sully the minds of precals and should therefore be removed from our curriculum.
But that isn't what you believe, is it?
Books like these do not paint a rosy picture of the world. but they are not meant to. They are not paintings of the world we want. They are mirrors, reflecting the world we have.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I don't know what that Brisrack's intentions were, but I'm glad we didn't stick around to find out. The library's just through these doors. The librarian will help us. He'll show us a way out of here. I'll be taking this.
This place is changing. In searching, use it. You're about there.
The library. It feels so quiet after hours. It used to be filled with books. The librarian's glasses. His office is up there, 3rd floor. We should go to him now.
All's quiet here.
Be careful. The Brisrack in this part of the facility are unpredictable in their rounds. You never know where they might turn up.
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new abilities? Lure Pritzrak away from the trolls. Spot Pritzrak through walls. Lure Pritzrak away from the trolls. Spot Pritzrak through walls. Spot Pritzrak through walls. Come back anytime.
Everything looks good. NTR.
Sounds good. Heading away now. Bring up the threat level. Going after her. I'm locked out.
Good idea.
The door won't
My
budge.
battery was running low.
The door's been locked. I need assistance.
My pockets are full. They won't find me in here.
The door won't open.
Threat level is back to normal.
Nothing going. No sign of the girl.
Let's see what he's got on him. Nice.
NPR.
Make a wish. Let's see what he's carrying. Got it.
The first draft rumbled from my mind.
Nothing.
Nothing going. No sign of it. Right, checking in.
What's yours is mine.
Zager's silence deafening. The notorious terrorist is quiet, scheming. The arrival is just weeks away, and public enemy number 1 has gone radio silent. If the headmaster, or overseer, or whatever name he goes by these days, plans to take a bow on the world stage, He can't have a phantom hiding in the wings ready to sabotage his big production. I shouldn't complain. It's going to be one hell of a show.
What do you got?
Let's
What do you got?
on him. I don't have room for anything else.
Reporting. Over there.
Good idea. We can recharge here. I should be safe here.
Welcome to my domain. Leaving so soon.
Let's go for the steal. I got something.
I see you have discovered one of my...
Clear.
My pockets are full.
I'm detect the nearest.
I'll hold on to this.
It's the right thing to do. Librarian OK's decision to protect precals from literary rot.
Do you want me to literally eat my words?
Oh, I am sorry, Miss Sade. I should not have thrown that newspaper at you. But how could you write this? I did not agree to ban books. The very implication hurts me to the bottom of my soul.
Well, I am sorry about your hurt bottom. But I used only direct quotes from you, Librarian. See here. You said about Fahrenheit 451, and I quote, "It is worse than distasteful. It is revolting." Your words.
You asked me what I thought about the burning of books, not the book itself.
You did say it, though.
This is insanity! You are shameless.
Then take it up with the Overseer. And pick up this mess on your way out.
The librarian's portrait has been taken down. I hope this is only a symbolic gesture.
Put this in the box with leaves of grass. He and Whitman deserve each other. He would teach our innocents to dance and carouse. Seduction and the majesty of a man's body befit such a vagrant as Zorba. But they don't belong here, where we give people their best home. This is a blueprint for destroying one's life. Are we not here to give people happiness? They cannot be taught suicide. Nabokov, a pornographer, whose sins surpass even pornography. Humbert, the moral straggler, does not enlighten. His aesthetic tantrums for nymphets merely confuse. Lolita proffers that the sex drive is bound to perception of beauty, all bound in craven lust for a child. If such a wretch is allowed speech, all manner of perversions will romp through our facility. Ah, yes, Ayn Rand, the bulldozer. She dramatized the struggle for individualism against leeches. In reality, she abandoned such notions the minute they interfered with her own desires. They were socialist figments. In any case, librarian, not the true power structures that shape our lives. I'm afraid the fountainhead cannot flow, stopped up with so much hypocrisy. Ellison, who lets his nameless protagonist vacillate between conforming as an amnesiac of racial disadvantage and recalling all the doors locked by white hands. Belonging versus integrity.
I hope they can't see me here.
No sign of the girl. Place is quiet. Clear. Reporting.
Going in to pick his pockets. Got it. I hope they can't see me here.
Over there.
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
False prophet infiltrates meta...
I'll hold on to this. A Zager cassette.
Headmaster.
And though I was
Nothing.
Let's see what he's carrying. Nice. I don't have room for anything else.
Place is quiet.
That's more than I can carry.
Upon completing the first...
Hello, librarian.
Good evening, Overseer.
Around the precals, I must insist you address me as headmaster.
Oh, my apologies, sir.
What did you think of my lecture? You may speak freely.
Well, you most certainly have a passion for what you teach. It was most inspiring.
Your eyes and your words don't seem to align. Now, I asked that you speak freely. It's okay. No harm in speaking your mind to me. I will respect your honesty. In fact, I demand nothing less.
Well, then, sir, to be blunt, It felt more like a sermon than a lecture tonight.
Do you take issue with that? Again, speak freely.
Well, sir,
Quiet tonight. Nothing. What the?
What was meant as a warning to Prizrak to be on the lookout for hiding precals is actually a good suggestion for the girl.
They won't find me anymore. I don't have room for anything else.
Remind the girl to walk slowly. Hurried footsteps will attract the attention of the Prizrak.
Welcome to my domain. What are you? Lure Prizrak away from the trolls. Leaving so soon.
A pin? May I suggest gleaning some personal information? It might come.
Prisrack, they see me. Unhand me.
Place is quiet.
And though I was born into a world already in progress, with its arcane laws and perverse morality, with a washwoman for a mother and a question mark for a father, I knew that one day I would retire to a country of my own design, free from societal restraint. Is one of the fundamental rights of man. Then a prison train, such as this was, provided an ingenious loophole for my scheming captors. They slapped a fresh coat of paint on...
I think this is a replica of the train the headmaster was held.
My rations of stale bread and moldy cheese seemed especially cruel as our prison train crossed the Kama River into the foothills.
Prisoner.
If the food was bad, the water was worse. Discolored to the point that someone must have dyed it on purpose, and the taste could only be described as septic. Were it not for my robust constitution, I would have succumbed years ago to dementia from all the lead and other heavy metals in that toxic swill. They forged me a pair of cold, gray leg irons to match the color of my eyes. A decidedly rare trait I believe I inherited from my Ainu mother.
Reporting.
Over there. Subject on the move. I'm on my...
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we'll need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
Wait. Increase the threat level. Huh? Going after the subject.
If freedom of... Having tripped over every pesky regulation in my adopted Japan, I decided to advance my study of genetics in America. And I couldn't have arrived at a more auspicious time in history. Within a year, they had put a man on the moon.
What's yours is mine. My battery was running low.
Threat level is returning to normal.
I found some pepper spray.
Over there. There. Grisrak checking in.
I hope they can't see me here.
Sounds good.
I hope they can't see me here.
What have you got? Huh? On my way to apprehend the subject.
I hope they can't see me here.
My rations of stale bread and moldy cheese seemed especially cruel as our prison train crossed the Kama River into the foothills of the Ural Mountains. There, we passed one bucolic farm after another, every field dotted with plump Russian black-pied cattle. Never in my life have I felt so bereft. I would have committed the most heinous of crimes to have tasted the rich, salty goodness of their flesh.
To get into the headmaster's office upstairs, we will need his PIN code. I don't have it in my files, but we can recover it. We'll need to answer some security questions first.
I've been this way before. We're getting closer to the headmaster's office. I'll take this.
Why, librarian, you look like you've seen a ghost.
I see many ghosts on these walls. Why would you take pictures with monsters, and worse, display them proudly?
I have sat for pictures with many important people, even people I find disagreeable.
I suspect you mean me. How could you stand beside this man here?
Not a fan of the Generalissimo, are we?
I crossed an ocean to escape Franco's brutality, only to find his brand of fascism had been imported to Argentina.
Well, I can't speak to that. But I will say I found our meeting quite pleasant. He was an excellent conversationalist, and his taste in wine impeccable.
I hope they can't see me here.
Sounds good.
I'll hold on to this. Let's go for the steel. Got it. A Zager cassette. Good idea. We can recharge here. My pockets are full.
Welcome to my domain. Sorry to see you go.
We owe a debt of gratitude to those giants whose shoulders we've stood upon. The earlier they lived, the larger their stature, and so the greater our debt. While the 20s roared in America, they screamed like a Siberian wind. His detractors would call him an opportunist, and they would be right. But Yataro Iwasaki was given nothing less than the modest opportunity to bring an entire nation into the modern age, and he succeeded. The nerve of him. A personal favorite. For those who would criticize him for his monopolistic tendencies in the early 20th century, I say, shout it from the rooftops, or, barring that, hop online and voice your disdain in a chat forum. He would appreciate the irony. Plato's keen eyes peered further into the future than any of his Grecian contemporaries. He was, and will remain, the most vocal supporter of the classic Republic and its earliest.
Going in to pick his pockets. Nice.
We didn't make that statue light up. Something's wrong.
Her death in 1952 was a tragedy, not just for the Argentine shirtless who idolized her, but for the anti-Peronists. It is difficult to write a story as it... His detractors... A personal... Heard. The father of Europe was besieged from all sides.
A new statue lit up.
Plato's. We owe a debt of gratitude to those giants whose shoulders... While the 20... While the... A person... His
didn't work.
Play.
The statue's already activated. The statue lit up.
Her death in 1952.
I think we did something right. The statue lights went off. That worked.
The father of Europe was besieged from all sides by pagan tyranny. And then in the year 800, he did a most remarkable thing. He held the hands of secularism and religion and married them together in what would later be called the Renaissance. Plato's keen eyes peered further into the future than any of his Grecian contemporaries. He was, and will remain, the most vocal supporter of the classic republic and its earliest. It is difficult to write a story as...
What's next?
His detractors would call him an opportunist.
I think we... did something right.
Up.
Worked.
Up.
That worked.
While the
What's next?
her
The statue lit up. I think we did something right. You've solved it. You're a natural at puzzles. A new taser.
There's